Alright, let's see, from about a 50. Wow. The car definitely pulled. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. And today we're going to continue with our mods to the Camaro, because today we got a new package in and it is going to be something that I probably should have done to this car from the very beginning before doing the headers and all that other stuff. And that, of course, is the Roto-fab cold air intake. So if you're new to the channel or just barely stopping by, of course, my name is Jorge, and we do a lot of these kinds of videos where we do DIY performance or visual stuff. And if I've got a 2019 Camaro SS, and I've done quite a bit of things from styling to performance mods. So hopefully you like what you see, and if you do, make sure to subscribe, because I do a lot of things like going out to the track, doing all kinds of car meets or going to car meets, and really just having a lot of fun with cars. I love cars, and I hope it kind of comes across in the camera. But anyways, let's get back to the video right now, and that, of course, is the Roto-fab intake. So let's go ahead and open this box and see what exactly comes in the kit and which kit I ordered, because apparently there's various different models and different types of ways that you can order your Roto-fab. So it seems pretty compact, but man, this box looks killer. So this is the main box, and that is like the air box, and the filters inside there. We've got an intake elbow. We have this massive coupler with the MAF sensor plugs and all that. We've got, looks like, all the necessary hardware. So we've got clamps, adapters for hoses, a sealing ring, and your rubber clamps here. What else do we have in here? Also have really good instructions, I mean, colored and everything. And we are getting also a sticker, and if you guys haven't guessed it, we got a sound tube delete elbow kit, which comes with this nice foam adapter for your firewall. I have to say, first of all, very impressed with the packing. I mean, look at this, guys. This was completely shrink wrapped and even came in this nice clean felt bag, dust bag, so we're gonna leave that there. But yeah, everything is really laid out very nice and well packaged. And check out this filter. It is massive. I mean, look at the inside there. Wow. So let's go ahead and continue unpacking all this and start getting to how to remove the stock one. The instructions are very easy, in color and very detailed, guys. You guys can see there's a lot of information here, and it shows you exactly what you got to do and how to do it. And first thing we want to do is make sure that we disconnect the battery. And so we're gonna pop open this, and we're gonna look for the negative ground terminal, which is this one, and we're gonna loosen this up so that we can go ahead and have this not affecting any of the sensors and stuff that we unplug. Now here up front, what we want to do is go ahead and disconnect this vacuum line. You've got a kind of just a gray push clip, and you just pull up on it. Nothing too difficult. So that gets disconnected. We're going to disconnect the MAF sensor connector. There you go. There's a, through the bottom side, there's a little pull-out clip, and then this just slides right out. This red tab, you can pull it out or push it in, so we want to pull it out. So that's disconnected, and we can kind of pop it off of this elbow here so it can stay off to the side here. So we've got that disconnected. I don't have a sound tube. I actually did the sound tube delete before on this stock intake, so I don't have this sound tube. But if you had a sound tube, you would have to remove it, and the instructions are really good about how to remove this sound tube section. Now what we want to do is loosen up using an 8mm bolt on this clamp here, loosen it up from the throttle body, and then we can actually start removing the whole intake. It's very simple, guys. Got our clamp off from the throttle body. Now we're gonna go ahead and it's gonna be just a matter of pulling up on this stock airbox, and this whole assembly will come out. And there you have it, guys. Here is the stock assembly, and let's go ahead and do some comparisons with the Roto-fab version. So let's just look at this really quick. And the first thing I can already tell is, look at this opening. So the car already has a fresh air inlet opening designed from the factory through the grills in the front, and the Roto-fab system uses that. And just check out how much bigger it is on the Roto-fab system, and still effectively seals everything out. That is the one biggest thing and reasons why I decided to go with the Roto-fab, and that was because it is a completely sealed, open top box, but sealed with the hood design, and just overall a much better flowing. Now, the one thing that you are going to still use from this intake is these rubber grommets. So there should be 3 of these, and these are reused with the stock Roto-fab box, as you can see here. So now we're gonna go ahead and prepare our intake, doing all the pre-assembly. And the first thing we're gonna do is use this little 90-degree elbow and hose to put into our evap system here. Okay guys, so you're gonna need to remove this PCV container here, and also your MAF sensor. But I'm not going to remove that until I'm ready to install it onto the car, so we'll get to the MAP sensor later. So here, this elbow, you're going to squeeze around and turn until it gets snug, and it actually does not need to bottom out. As you guys can see, there's still threads. It's not designed to go all the way to the bottom. You're going to feel it really snug, and once it's really snug, you give it one extra turn, and there's a mark here on this embossing, and that's where you want to line up this elbow. So I've got to turn it a little bit more, but that's how you line this up. And now on this side, we're going to pipe this little PCB hose to the same piece that was in our intake elbow right here, and then we're going to marry it to this. Okay guys, so this is how it should look when it's all said and done. As you can see, this is pointing upwards because this is where our other connector is going to plug in. Okay guys, so now we've got to assemble this air box, and this air box has 5 screws that go to hold it in. And what we're going to do is this air box goes in through the inside here, and you're going to line up the screws, and then we're going to use this metal retainer clip here on this end, as you can see here, and use the 5 provided Phillips screws to tighten that up and make a perfect seal around this area. Alright guys, so this is probably one of the more confusing parts of this assembly, and that is how this metal ring is supposed to go and line up. And it really only one way for it to line up, but Roto-fab does give you a little way to indicate how to do that, and let me show you guys exactly what that is. So this ring has a T marked on this top hole, and that T is going to be going up in the top here. And so, but the T has to be facing the actual box, so you can't line it up this way with the T showing out. It's got to be with the T showing in, and you can see here how that's going to be like so, and how all the holes line up when you do it that way. Okay guys, so this is all bolted up together, and as you can see, the MAP housing, when looking at it directly from here, it's actually at about the 10 o'clock position, and that's where you want to have this, and that's where everything lines up. So now we're going to go ahead and put the coupler here, which is this hump elbow one, and that's a 4.5 inch coupler that goes in here, and we're going to clamp it with one of the 2 4.5 inch, which is slightly bigger clamps here on this side, and then the elbow will go on the other side. Okay, so that is how you want to do it. You want to line it up there. So now we're ready to get rid of our old MAF and bring it here. So we got to go back to our stock air intake, and you have to remove these two T20 Torx bolts. And we actually will not be reusing those because they do not work on the elbow or the housing for the Roto-fab. So the Roto-fab comes with the 2 bolts that you will need, but let's go ahead and remove these 2 T20 bolts and then get to work. Alright guys, so here's the MAF flow sensor. Now the way that this needs to be mounted is with the plug facing the bottom, and you can see the opening there on the side. That opening has to be coming from the inlets. See, this side doesn't have any opening, so this is going to slide right back in this way with the plug facing the bottom. Then we're going to use the supplied screws that come from Roto-fab, these Phillips screws, and you're going to tighten both sides. And just, wow guys, check out the look. This looks really awesome. I really like how it came out, and as you guys can see, it's still perfectly sealed around the inlet. You got this massive dry filter, and then now we've got to unplug. We can plug back our MAF sensor here and then push down on the red pin on the back. Make sure you guys do that, and we can go and install the elbow now. So let's go ahead and do that and show you guys what the finished product is. We are all done. Now we just need to plug back in our vacuum line and disconnect our battery, and we are good to go, guys. That is awesome. What do you guys think? I am drenched in sweat. Man, Houston humidity and working in my garage that has no windows doesn't help. But man, I am so excited, guys. This is gonna be awesome. Can't wait to hear how it sounds. I'll go ahead and have you guys here and do a little throttle blips. I heard the way it sounds with the little throttle blips, and I think it sounds amazing. So let's go ahead and plug the battery up, start the car, and see how it does. Alright guys, so let's go and do some data logging and driving around and get our first impressions of this Roto-fab cold air intake. Alright, let's get our first impression of wide open throttle. And here we go. Wow. Man. The car wanted to wake up. Woo! Put that back in drive. I forgot it was in manual. Car is a beast, guys. Alright, let's see. From about a 50. Wow. The car definitely pulled really well. I hope that's really good data for our tuner, but the car is just pulling. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I felt like that was really awesome. Just be able to do that from a drive. I mean, wow. One more pull here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys saw just how quickly that went up. That is insane. Yep. Needless to say, I think this car really is getting some help from that intake. And it's not even actually, you know, extremely calibrated for the Roto-fab. So give it a little bit of time to learn and get an update on a tune, and this thing is gonna be a beast, guys. I think we can definitely hit better numbers when we go back to the track just with this intake alone. Well guys, we're back home and man, I felt like that intake really did a big difference with the car itself. And I am excited. I can't wait to go back to the track. We have to look over the logs, but from my impressions, the car feels so much smoother. The throttle response feels smoother. And on all honesty, this is probably the very first mod that anybody should do before you do headers, before you do 85 and that kind of stuff, is go ahead and get yourself an air intake. One specifically that'll make sure to help the IATs stay as low as they can, and two, increase the airflow. And I think the Roto-fab hits those marks perfectly, and I can't wait to try this out of the track. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, and I really appreciate if you would subscribe as well if you haven't already, because we do a lot of things here like I mentioned earlier. And again, also, if you want to support the channel, get some merch. The link will be in the description below to my Teespring store, and I have two, a white and a black version. So if you guys want to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and get yourself a shirt and support me and the channel and help me give you guys back some awesome content. But anyways guys, for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.